Sacrifice is not always noble. Sometimes it's self-abandonment. As we grow up, many of us are told, directly or indirectly, that we will need to make sacrifices for others. Sacrifice is often portrayed as a virtue, as something noble, something expected. The definition of sacrifice is simple. You give up something that is valuable to you so that another person can benefit. Now pause and really let that land. Giving up what you desire, your needs, your joy, something meaningful to you, so that someone else can gain something. This idea alone is at the root of a great deal of unhappiness. And here's why. You cannot control another person. You cannot control how they feel. And you were not born to manage or regulate someone else's emotional state. You can only control yourself. And yet many people spend their lives doing exactly that, sacrificing their own needs in an attempt to make others happy. And often, after all that sacrifice, the other person may change their mind, or they may misuse what was given, or simply remain unhappy anyway. So, now what? Now you've lost something meaningful to you, and there's no guarantee it created the outcome you hoped for. So, why do so many of us fall into this pattern? Because most of us were taught very early on to seek approval. And this is where I want to be very clear and compassionate. This is not about blaming parents or caregivers. Most parents loved their children deeply and taught them the only way they were taught. They passed on what they knew, often with the best intentions in mind. As children, when we did certain things, we were rewarded with affection, a hug, a kiss, praise, a smile. Oh, you're such a good girl. Oh, you're such a good boy. Those words were not harmful in intent. They were expressions of love. But here's what happens beneath the surface. A very powerful association formed. And that association was that when I do what's expected of me, I receive love and approval. That belief can quietly settle in, and we start to slowly believe that I will be loved if I please. I will belong if I behave the right way. I will be accepted if I meet these expectations. Now, again, not because parents meant to create this pattern, but because that's how most of us learned connection. And that belief doesn't stop in childhood, it often follows us into adulthood. We learn to please partners and bosses and friends and family. We sacrifice our desires, our truth, our needs, because somewhere inside we believe that love, success, or belonging depends on it. But here's the hard truth. That path does not lead to fulfillment. In fact, when people were asked near the end of their lives what their greatest regret was, the most common answer was this: I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Ah, that's heartbreaking. And it tells us something important. living for the approval of others comes at a very high cost. Hey, I just want to pause here for a moment. If this message is resonating with you, I invite you to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss future conversations like this. All right, let's get back to the video. Ironically, when someone decides to stop sacrificing themselves and starts honoring what they truly want, they're often labeled selfish. But this is where we need to redefine selfishness. There are two very different kinds of selfishness. One form of selfishness is fear-based. It's rooted in lack, competition, and disregard for others. That kind of selfishness is the type that harms. But there's another kind, and it's based on love. This form of selfishness is actually self-love. It means caring about how you feel, listening to your needs, choosing what brings you joy, fulfillment, and alignment. It means filling your own cup first, because when you do that, you don't become less generous. You become more capable of genuine generosity. You cannot help someone thrive if you are depleted, resentful, or unfulfilled. That's why on an airplane, you're instructed to put your oxygen mask on first. Not because you're selfish, but because you won't be able to help anyone if you pass out trying to save others. And yet, that's exactly how many people are living. This is the same principle in life. Caring for yourself first is not abandoning others. It's creating the capacity to show up fully without resentment, martyrdom, or burnout. So breaking free from sacrifice doesn't mean becoming uncaring. It means becoming honest. Honest about how you feel. Honest about what you want. Honest about what truly fulfills you. When you honor your desires, you step into a more authentic, energized version of yourself. And that version of you is far more beneficial to the world than someone who is quietly unhappy and self-denying. So don't sacrifice your desires for anyone. Care about how you feel. Be loving enough, and yes, selfish enough to live a life that feels true to you. That doesn't harm the greater good. It serves it. When you stop abandoning yourself, you stop teaching the world to abandon you. And that, my friend, is the true meaning of self-love. Peace and blessings. Thank you. Bye. If this message resonated with you and you'd like support, I offer a complimentary discovery call. It's simply a space to pause, reflect, and to explore what may be ready to shift. If it feels right, you're welcome to connect. Thank you for watching.